Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Vijana Baba Girivardhari Vijana Baba Girivardhari Yashoda Nandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashoda Nandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Yashoda Nandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Guru Prabhupada ki jai. Shri Prabhupada still saying job. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So we're reading from the Srimad-bhagavatam, 8th Canto, Chapter 6, text number 14 today. Chapter is called The demigods and demons declare it truce. Okay? Satvang vidatsva kila lokapala Vayang yad artas tavapada mulam Samakataste bahir antar atman Kingvanya vigyapyam ashesha shakshinaha Satvang vidatsva kila lokapala Vayang yad artas tavapada mulam Samakataste bahir antar atman Kingvanya vigyapyam ashesha shakshinaha Satvang vidatsva kila lokapala Vayang yad artas tavapada mulam Samakataste bahir antar atman Kingvanya vigyapyam ashesha shakshinaha Satvang vidatsva kila lokapala Vayang yad artas tavapada mulam Samakataste bahir antar atman Kingvanya vigyapyam ashesha shakshinaha Satvang vidatsva kila lokapala Vayang yad artas tavapada mulam Samakataste bahir antar atman Kingvanya vigyapyam ashesha shakshinaha Word for word synonyms. Saha, that. Tvam, your lordship. Vidatsva, kindly do the needful. Akila Lokapalaha, the demigods, directors of different departments of this universe. Vayam, all of us. Yat, that which. Artaha, purpose. Tava, at your lordship's. Padamulam, lotus feet. Samagataha, we have arrived. Te, unto you. Bahi anta atman, O super soul of everyone. O constant internal and external witness. Kim, what? Ba, either. Anya, no. Anya Vigyapyam, we have to inform you. Ashesha Sakshinaha, the witness and knower of everything. Very slow today. Oh, no, that's not it. There it is. No, that's not it either. I went too far. My Lord, we the various demigods, the directors of this universe, have come to your lotus feet. Please fulfill the purpose for which we have come. You are the witness of everything from within and without. Nothing is unknown to you, and therefore it is unnecessary to inform you again of anything. Repeat after me. O Lord, we the various demigods, the directors of this universe, have come to your lotus feet. Please fulfill the purpose for which we have come. You are the witness of everything, from within and without. Nothing is unknown to you, and therefore it is unnecessary to inform you again of anything. Srila Prabhupada's purport. As stated in the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 13, verse 3, Kshetra Jyan Chapi Man Vidhi Sarva Kshetreshu Bharata. The individual souls are proprietors of their individual bodies. But the Supreme Personality of Godhead is the proprietor of all bodies. Since he is the witness of everyone's body, nothing is unknown to him. He knows what we need. Our duty, therefore, is to execute devotional service sincerely, under the direction of a spiritual master. Krishna, by his grace, will supply whatever we need in executing our devotional service. In the Krishna consciousness movement, we simply have to execute the order of Krishna and Guru. Then all necessities will be supplied by Krishna, even if we do not ask for them. Om Ajnana Timiranda Shakana Jana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Nina Tasmai Shri Guru Namaha. I have a few more slides here. What do they do? Okay, it's related. So the demigods have gone to Shwetadweep planet. They've offered so many prayers to the Lord to appease him, and then the Lord actually comes and appears before them. But rather than asking him, okay, now we're here, now we see you, now here's the problem we have, right? Instead of doing that, they're saying, you already know everything. You're in our hearts. You're external. You're You're aware of everything. So there's actually no need to explain why we're here. You already know why we're here. You're just asking him to help with it. So, and and I guess the essence of this purport is that Krishna, we are the we. Here it says we own these bodies, but even if you own the body, even if you own something, there's certain restrictions. You can own a house, you got to pay property taxes. You gotta, you gotta. There's certain things you can do and cannot do in your neighborhood. You know, there's some restriction even if you own. Um, but we are aware. Each one of us, each soul, is in this body. Actually, there are many souls in this body. There's one primary soul that's using the body. We're driving around the material world in this material body, and then there's a soul in anything in the body that has life, like every cell, every microbe, every other things that may grow inside our bodies. There's life everywhere. But in any case, we have this body, and to some degree, each of us individually, each living entity individually, not just human beings, is aware of their body. We know what we're thinking. We know what our anxieties are. We know what our pains are. We know we can experience that, but we cannot directly perceive. If I go to anyone else, and then I cannot feel exactly what they're feeling. We may speculate, we may assume, but we cannot really feel or understand perfectly what someone else is thinking or how they're thinking or what their plans are, what their anxieties are. To some degree we might be able to get it, but not totally at all. But Krishna, he's the owner of everything. He's the creator of everything, so he's the owner of everything also, because he created it. And so therefore he can understand everything that every individual living entity is thinking, feeling, desiring, aspiring for, like that. That is Krishna. And he can do that because of course, because he's God. But more specifically, he expands himself inside of each one of us, inside of each one of our bodies, as a super soul. The super soul is the form direction. It's just how to describe it in that one purport. Anyway, the super soul is there. The super soul is there in everyone's heart, and he, as a super soul, he directs us to. He's actually giving us all the time, constantly, giving us direction on what we should do and what we shouldn't do. In Bhagavad Gita, it's compared to the two birds in a tree. We have some birds around here. So the example is two birds in a tree. And one bird is eating the berries and the mangoes and whatever's growing in the tree. And the other bird, his well-wisher, is just watching him, not getting involved. It's just observing. So that compares the analogy is comparing the soul and the super soul. The bird that is trying to enjoy the fruits of the tree, trying to enjoy different things for sense gratification, that's us. We're the living entities trying to find happiness in this world. And then the other bird who's not trying to enjoy the fruits of this world, and also not getting entangled in the fruits of the fruitive activities of this world, is a super soul, and he's just observing us. But when the eating bird, the bird trying to enjoy, is finally thinks, "Oh, I need some help. I don't know what to do," and he looks towards his friend, the other bird. Then the other bird starts giving direction. Okay, now you're looking at me. Now you're recognizing me, and now I will give you instruction. Okay, I'll make some arrangement so you can find a solution to your problems of life that you're now realizing that you have. So that's what the super soul does. We abandoned Krishna in the spiritual world. We were there. We always say we want to go back home, back to Godhead. That means we were there. We were in the spiritual world. We were with Krishna. We weren't merged in the Brahma Jyoti. We weren't anything else. We were actually with Krishna. But for some reason, some causeless reason, some dumb reason, we don't know what, for some reason we got some desire, some thought, some consideration, whatever you call it, to check out the material world. Maybe there's some happiness here. And we can't say it's because of Maya, because there's no Maya in the spiritual world. Not Mahamaya, the one that entangles us here. That's not in the spiritual world. She's not in the spiritual world. But we have free will, and we have to have free will, because there's no free will, there's no chance of loving Krishna, right? Because if we were forced, if we were just completely forced, say someone comes and holds a gun to the head and said, okay, you look at a deity of Krishna and say, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you, otherwise I want to kill you. Then Shri Ganetai, Shri Radha, Vrita Vihari, Jagannath, Balaram, Lady Subhadra, and Shri Prahlad Maharaj Ki Jai. So if it was like that, if we were just being forced, you say this, then or I'm gonna really hurt you, then that doesn't mean anything. You can say I love you, I love you, I love you, but it doesn't really. You might love Krishna, but if someone's forcing you to just say it, then it doesn't really mean anything, right? So therefore we have to have free will, and our free will is basically, we're actually pretty much entangled in the material existence, but our free will is pretty much, is what it amounts to, is we have a little free will. We could choose to either surrender to Krishna or to refuse to surrender to Krishna. If we refuse to surrender to Krishna, and we were in this world and we just want to be independent, then of course we are tossed around in the waves of the material existence. It's like we're in hurricane season now. So if you look on a news report, you see there's some storms brewing out in the different parts of the oceans, which means big waves. And if anyone's out there, they're tossed all over the place, like that. So we're being tossed around since practically the beginning of time by the material nature, because of trying to enjoy the material nature. But as soon as we say, okay, as soon as we decide, not so much do we say, as soon as we decide that, okay, I'm suffering enough, I don't want to suffer anymore, I surrender. Surrender to Krishna, I'll surrender to you. I'll try to, I want to try to please you. I know I can't, and now I realize I can't enjoy this material world at all. So then, as soon as we start coming to that realization that there's some happiness in this world is not going to come from just a lot of gross sense gratification, then Krishna, who's the same super soul, the same bird in the tree in the analogy, he starts giving us the intelligence to come to him. And so he makes some arrangement. You come in contact with a spiritual master, or you come in contact with somebody who can bring you in contact with a spiritual master, like that. And there's different kinds of spiritual masters. It's not only big acharyas like Srila Prabhupada. There's spiritual masters. There are, that's Srila Prabhupada, of course, is the founder acharya of ISKCON. We've gone over that many times. So he's founder acharya. But there are other kinds of spiritual masters too. He's Diksha Guru, also Shiksha Guru. We say preeminent Shiksha Guru of ISKCON. I mean, everything that we know is from what Srila Prabhupada's teachings, right? So our knowledge and what we teach, as we're trying to do here, is coming from what Srila Prabhupada gave us. So he's preeminent Shiksha Guru of ISKCON. But within ISKCON, there are other kinds of gurus. There are any senior devotee or anyone who's more senior than someone else who has some knowledge and realization can share and guide someone who is in a somewhat more, more neophyte position or less experienced position, whatever. Like that. That's called Shiksha Guru, or instructing spiritual master. And instructing spiritual masters, because there can be one devotee can have many any number of instructing spiritual masters. You can only have one Diksha Guru, initiating spiritual master, but you can have many Shiksha Gurus. So that's another type of guru. Another kind of guru is Vartma Pradarshika Guru. That means one who's the first one to show someone the path. We were talking about the other. One Vartma Pradarshika Guru. It means the guru who first shows someone the path of Krishna consciousness. So, and that doesn't have to be someone who's really big and advanced in spirit in Krishna consciousness. Just like we were talking yesterday, the day before, 2 days ago probably. Dhruva Maharaj. We're talking about him, and he was trying to get on the lap of his father and his mother, you call her stepmother, I guess, Saruchi. She said, "You can't do that," and all that. So ultimately he went to his mother to try to find what to do. Oh, only God can help you. So, and where do you find God? Oh, great sages go to the forest and look for God. What do you tell a 5-year-old child who's saying, "Okay, where's God?" Well, I don't know. I've never seen him, but I know great sages go there to try to find God. So she was a simple lady, like that. So, but she was actually his Vartma Pradarshika Guru. She instructed him in the path. In fact, Dhruva Maharaj, at the end of his life, when he was picked up by the associates of Lord Vishnu to be taken to his planet that he's been given, which is Dhruvaloka. When he was being taken, he was thinking of his mother and how he was, he's going back to Godhead, and he's thinking of his mother that because she was actually the one who directed him in the first place to go to the forest and look for God. So she was his Vartma Pradarshika Guru. So just thinking like that, and then he looked back, and she's behind him in another airplane. She also went back to Godhead like that because she directed him to do so. Like that. So that's Vartma Pradarshika Guru. If someone has family, then the father becomes, for the child, becomes what they call it Pita Guru, or mother is Mata Guru, like that, teaching the children also about Krishna consciousness. If you have family, you got to teach the children to become Krishna conscious. It's required. It's required because one should not, because it's stated that one should not become a father or a mother or spiritual master or a leader of any sort, even government leaders, unless they can guide their dependents so they do not have to take another birth in this material world. So even those who are the president of the country, the governors of the states, the mayors of the cities, the teachers in school, these are all leadership positions who are entrusted to teach others who are their students or their subordinates, what they're supposed to be doing, along with whatever else they're teaching or doing. They've got to try to make sure that everyone has the opportunity and is properly engaged, so that they can go back home, back to Godhead. Of course, not everyone will go, not everyone will follow instructions, but one in the leadership position is required to do everything they can to try to guide their dependents so that they will go back home, back to Godhead. It's required. So that's, anyway, there's different kinds of gurus like that. And Lord Chaitanya himself says that we all should become guru in one sense or another. He says the verse now. The verse. You go everywhere, whoever you meet, whoever you see, tell them about Krishna, right? So in that way, we're also supposed to become guru. Guru doesn't just mean someone who sits on a big seat and is glorified and like that. Guru means that you're telling about Krishna. That's actually the essence of it. So anyway, our responsibility is to take up the path of Krishna consciousness, practice it ourselves, and to help others to become Krishna conscious too. Srila Prabhupada certainly showed that example. He was already Krishna conscious, but he certainly dedicated his life to giving Krishna consciousness to others. For his own spiritual life, we say, Srila Prabhupada didn't have to do anything. His life was already perfect. He could have stayed in Vrindavan. He could have just relished, Vrindavan atmosphere for his whole life. But his example was his spiritual master, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta, instructed him, not just him, he instructed all his disciples to preach. And it was an open, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta, it was like an open, an open secret, as they call it, an open secret, that he wanted his disciples to go out and take Krishna consciousness like all over the world. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta never left India. I don't know, he may have left at the point, but he didn't travel all over the world like Srila Prabhupada did. But he was asking his disciples too. And no one at that time hardly did that. Only one disciple, or maybe a couple of disciples, went to England, right? And they went there for, I'm not sure how long they were there, not very long, I don't think. And they did some preaching, and one, I don't know the name of the specific person, but he was in English, if you get some status there, you're called Lord so and so, like that. So someone like that. He was there, and he asked this devotee that came, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta's disciple, he said, "Can you make me into a brahmana?" Brahmana means high class person. He wanted, I'm sure he really just wanted to be able to say, yes, here's my qualification. I have this status. But in any case, and Sri Bhaktisiddhanta's disciple who went there said, yes, of course I can. All you have to do is what? All you have to do is give up, chant Hare Krishna, and give up eating meat, give up having illicit sex, give up using any kind of intoxication, and end up gambling. All you have to just give these things up and chant Hare Krishna. You can become. And that person immediately said, impossible. Right? It's not possible. What else is there to do in life except for this? This is the whole purpose of life. So like that. So anyway, the preaching there didn't go all that well. But Srila Prabhupada took his position. He came to America. He didn't even immediately tell everyone about the 16 rounds and 4 regular principles and everything. That he probably worked it into his lectures somewhat, but he didn't say, hey, you guys can't even start this until you agree that you're going to stop all these bad habits that you have, right? Srila didn't do like that. He would have lost everyone. But he made good friends with, he showed his real, sincere desire to teach Krishna consciousness, and the early devotees, early followers, who gradually became devotees, they became attached to Srila Prabhupada, and in due course of time, Srila Prabhupada did an initiation with a few devotees. I think, who was first? Kirtanananda, Hayagriva, I think. Chidananda was one of the first, like that. A few of the very first followers, there was an initiation. I don't know how the initiation ceremony went. She'll probably even asked about 16 rounds and everything. But I do know that the next day, on the kitchen door, when everyone got up, they saw a note from Srila Prabhupada saying that now everyone who is duly initiated must agree for the rest of their lives that you'll every day chant at least 16 rounds of the Hare Krishna mantra on your beads, and you will abstain from eating meat, fish, and eggs, having illicit sex, getting intoxicated, and gambling. And I think that everyone was kind of surprised to see that. So Srila Prabhupada, he slipped it in there. He took a chance. But anyway, things went. They're still going forward. So Srila Prabhupada's method was good. And of course, Srila Prabhupada, he didn't emphasize those things. He emphasized eating a lot of prasad. Srila Prabhupada would personally cook. Nobody else in the beginning knew anything about cooking. And so Srila Prabhupada he would cook for everyone who was coming there. He would cook they had their feast, like a Sunday feast. They did that. He would do the cooking. In the beginning, he was even cleaning up, washing all the pots. He was doing everything, cleaning up everything, because no one had the sense to think that they even offered help at first. But at one point, somebody started asking, "Oh, can I help a little bit? Is there anything I can do?" "Oh, yes, of course." But he didn't force it. He did everything he had to do. He took such a humble position just to give Krishna consciousness to others. And well, as we see, the movement spread like anything all over the world, and it's still spreading all over the world. We have a small group here, but you go to some places, especially in India, temples are full, right? There's a lot of devotees there. But we're here, and Krishna's given us a big temple room meant to be filled with lots of visitors, lots of devotees. So in time, I think this will all happen. But in the meantime, it's our responsibility to become Krishna conscious by following the process, and to see how we can get the word out to others. We're like these classes, we're streaming them so others can see. We don't seem to be getting a huge following this way either, but it's an attempt. Main thing is we keep the temples open, we serve the deities, and people will keep coming, and we keep trying to encourage everyone to become Krishna conscious. You can't force anyone. We're trying to encourage it. It's 8:32. Any questions, comments?
So you mentioned that there could be many different masters in one's lifetime.
I say, yeah, Shiksha Guru, that you can have unlimited, and yeah, there's other different kinds of spiritual masters too.
So there are many categories, right?
Yes, there are many. I didn't list them all.
Oh, I see.
But yes, but there are various kinds of gurus.
But for example, the spiritual master is the only one, or can you have only one?
Only one Diksha Guru. That's the initiating spiritual master. So we get first initiation, and in time, hopefully we get second initiation. It should be the same guru, unless somehow or other, after the first initiation, maybe the spiritual master is passed away or something. Then what do? Then you accept somebody else. But generally, it's the same person. It gives first and second initiation.
And for example, the guru that shows the path, directly or indirectly, could that be even through reading a book or watching a video? Could that be just?
Yes. Also, somebody puts out a video a video giving a class or something. A video like some Christian.
I mean, many people can appear in our life in many different ways, right? And direct us.
Yes. So just like just like here we're doing here. We're doing this. We're streaming this. Okay. So somebody may not be sitting here. They may not be watching right now. I only see one person watching right now. But later on, someone may find it on these where it's being streamed to, and say, "Wow, that really makes sense. I think I want to try that." So that means so Bhartma Pradarshika Guru would be one who first shows the path. Shiksha Guru would be one who's giving some instructions, and maybe a lot of instructions, but like that. So yes, there can be many different ways that knowledge and that inspiration comes within each one of our lives. Sometimes somebody finds a book. We used to do a lot of book distribution in the airports until we got cut. But sometimes people, they got the book and then they decide, I didn't know it was this. They just drop it in a garbage can. Bad. But sometimes somebody else would come and buy and say, well, I said, it's a pretty book. They say, throw it in the garbage. I pick it up and they read it and say, wow, just what I was looking for. So it can happen like that.
But the instructing orders, they need to have certain qualifications to instruct. It couldn't be anything like fellow devotee who just gives the instructions. You can preach, you can give instruction according to your level of knowledge and realization. So, I mean, someone might join, someone joins the movement yesterday, they probably wouldn't be sitting up here giving class. I hope. That would be a very extraordinary situation. But if someone, even if someone comes and they say, and they really like prasadam, and they have some understanding of they've heard about the potency and the benefits, spiritual benefits of prasadam. It's not just a taste, and they go and they say, wow, this prasadam is really nice, and it's good, it's good for you spiritually too. It may they have that much realization. They may not know anything else with the philosophy. So they can speak according to what they understand. They may have a little understanding that we're not the material body. They can give that instruction. But giving some instruction about the intimate activities of the gopis and Vrindavan and like that, there'd probably be a lot of speculation, and they should not give that. So it just depends. We can give some direction according to our level of realization. And Shiksha Guru must be careful to not speak anything which is contrary to what the acharyas have given. Like that. So whatever you know, whatever you have some realization on, you can share that with others. So that's one level of Shiksha Guru. But you can only go as far, you can only give as much as you have. So I can speak what I can speak here. Someone else could speak probably a lot more than what I can speak here, for example. So, someone joins the movement 2 weeks ago, and they have some friends out there, and they come to visit, and they tell them something about Krishna, whatever they know at that point. So in some level you can be like a Shiksha Guru. You don't have to know a whole lot. You give Shiksha or instruction, direction according to what you have understood and realized at that point, which may be very little, but you have that. I think I'm over time here. So we'll end here for today. Tomorrow we'll read Chaitanya Charitamrita. Shri Prabhupada ki jai.